likes music method, come on in. Etta Baker's Carolina Breakdown. This song is amazing. It reminds me a lot of Elizabeth Cotton's Freight Train. For some reason, similar feel. I just love it. This is a fun song to play. So if you have some Travis picking chops under your belt, you're going to want to do this one. Check out my Travis picking playlist if you're not prepared. It's not an easy one. I think you'll understand most of it, but man, I have a new appreciation. Etta is playing this so clean, so consistent, such an awesome tone and driving rhythm that I'm going to have to work really hard to get it to sound as good as hers. Her execution is unbelievable. This song was sponsored by Anders Fernbach. If you guys want to sponsor a song, here's how you do it. But Anders did this amazing original John Hurt artwork for me. And I'm doing this tutorial for Anders because he gave me some Dylan artwork. I need to make a video on the big reveal. I need to find a frame. But then once I get the frame, I'll do a big reveal because this Bob Dylan work is like Anders. Check out Anders' work. It'll be right here, Anders Fernbach. Check him out on Instagram. Stunning visual artist. Thank you, Anders. I'm giving you this tutorial, but it's not enough because your artwork is insane, man. But that's it. I'm already rambling and we haven't started. The timestamps are your best friend. Navigate using the timestamps. I leave no stone unturned. I transcribe this myself. It is very accurate because I spent forever on it. And what we're going to do is a note for note, everything to do with your right hand and your left hand. We're going to go through every note of every measure of this entire song. So take it slow. I'm here going to be your teacher for the next 30, 45 minutes, however long it takes. And once you get each part down, jump to the end of the video and do a slow run through. Don't try to just go through this whole video. Make sure you're getting the intro down before you move to the A theme, to the B theme, etc. But this is a lovely song. I'm here to help you do it. Let's do it. It's amazing. It's fun. Yes! Measure one. Let's do this. You guys are going to be blown away at how clean she is able to do all this. So we've got E major. There's a lot happening here, but let's just look at the thumb. I'm going from 6 to 4, 5 to 4. And man, is that rock solid and steady and palm muted. So you got to start off by getting that real clean. Now and this is how I recommend you practice. I'll do this with measure 1 and I won't beat you up the whole tutorial with it, but this is maybe my best piece of advice, which is the one note at a time method. So we got the thumb as the backbone and we're just gonna add one note at a time. So first beat, we're pinching 6 and 3 with thumb and pointer, and we're gonna have to do a hammer on, open to 1. Then we're gonna do the rest of that thumb. So pinching with the hammer on, quick hammer on with my pointer, and then we're finishing off the measure, which is the thumb. So pinch 6 and 3, thumb on 4, 5, 4. And how I recommend you practice is you beat the heck out of this. You do this until it feels easy. Now after beat 2, we hit the second string open. Huge debate here, right? I know. Merle Travis, probably Elizabeth Cotton. I haven't gone and tried to watch much of Etta Baker here. A lot of people will just do everything with their pointer finger. I do a lot of middle finger, and because I've also played some classical in the past, I even do my ring finger sometimes. I'm not going to beat you up either way. I'd recommend you also get good with your middle finger just because I do think you're limiting the types of picking you can do. I know Merle Travis himself only used the pointer finger, and he was an unbelievable guitarist. But he was the best at this one style and didn't do much outside of it. So it's your call how you want to handle that. I'll say it how I would do it, but I'm not the whatever. You know what I'm saying? You do it however you want to do it. So we got that pinch. And you can, again, do that second string with your middle or pointer. It's up to you. I can simply move that pointer finger too. There's plenty of time to do the pointer. But then I want you to finish off the measure. And thumb on 5, thumb on 4. So pinch, thumb on 4, then the second string, and then finish the thumb. Sorry. And I just get good at that. move on until that's easy. Really try to digest what's happening on every level, and can you do that on a different chord? And just be playful and try to really own that before you move on. Now the and of beat 3, we're doing the hammer again. So I got, after I hit the 5th string, I'm going to use whatever finger, probably pointer, definitely pointer, to hit open on that 4th string, or sorry, 3rd string. Then I'm going to hammer again, but this is called the giddy up. Thank you, Anders Fernbach, for naming it the giddy up. So the moment I'm doing that hammer on with my pointer finger, my thumb is also doing a movement at the same time. A giddy up, giddy up. So that open one is hammering, and the moment I hammer, my thumb is hitting a different string, the 4th string. So you really got to get used to that idea. And here I'm just hyper focusing on 3 and 4, 3 and 4. I'm just trying to get really good at that. 3, 4. The beats, sorry, the measure beats I'm doing there, 3 and 4. But it's 5th string, open on the 3rd with the hammer to the 4th, 5th, 3rd, 4th with the hammer. Now all that together, 3, 4. And then the very last beat, I promise everything else will be quicker than this. I just want to beat up this idea and show it to you because it's worth learning and learning this way and practicing this way from here on out. So let's add the last beat. That's the and of beat 4 here. My instinct is to do my ring finger, though I don't recommend it if you're not used to it. You can use your middle there. Let me do that slower. 3, 4. And whenever I'm learning something, I'll often give myself breathing room in between, just by doing the thumb. That's a great way to practice. So take that to heart. I won't beat you up anymore throughout the tutorial about it, but remember that. Learn all these measures this way. You're going to learn so much quicker, get better so much faster if you take it slow in these bite-sized chunks. I'll stop belaboring the point, but it's that important. Now let's go a little quicker. All right, measure 2, we have this heavy thumb concept. So we're doing 6, and then I'm doing a heavy thumb on 4. And what I mean by that is I'm like hitting 4 and 3 at the same time. We got that cool, chunky, percussive, like boom, ka, like you're hitting that snare drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 6, heavy thumb on 4, to the 5th string, heavy thumb on 4, and then a quick open on the 2nd string there. Now I'm going to do my middle finger just because I'm going to have the pointer in the following measure to go to the 3rd string. So I'm doing middle finger there on the 2nd string. Thumb, 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 and on the 2nd string. Measure 3, exactly the same as 1. And then 4 is almost exactly the same as 2, but without the ending note, just all the chucks. 6, heavy 4, 5, heavy 4. Measure 5, one of these rare moments where Etta does it different, because this song is like perfect. But here, I don't know if she did it intentionally or not, but I don't think I heard the hammer on here the 2nd time. So it's almost the same as 1, except you don't do that giddy up. The ending is just 5, 3, 4, 1. Those are the strings. 5, 3, 4, 1. Thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, or ring. Right, so no giddy up hammer on there. Do it again. Give yourself space to practice. get the idea. Measure 6, we go to an E7. It looks a lot like measure 2 and 4, but we have 6, heavy thumb. Then I'm going to put my pinky down on the 3rd fret of the B string here, and I'm going to pinch 5 and 2 to get that E7 sound. So 6, heavy thumb on 4, pinch 5 and 2. And then she actually does a heavy thumb on 4, but she lifts the chord, so they're both open. And make sure you're palm muted, because it's not really in key, right? But it doesn't matter. John Hurt does this all the time. It's just to keep up that cool percussive effect. You got it. Then in measure 7 here, we go to an A chord, but check it out. The A7, this is like the blues A7. You voice it like this. So I got the 2-2-2s like a normal A, but I'm putting the 3rd fret on top. Now, that might feel like a weird stretch. You can do your ring finger there if you want, or your middle, but it's 3-2-2-2. And either this way or this way is how I'm handling that. Don't do it like this. That's just goofy. And a lot of times there's songs where you go up to the 5th fret, so then you're gonna have to learn to bar it anyway. So get in the habit of doing this or this for now. And check it out. Now our thumb is doing 5-4-6-4, just like it did on that opening. Well, yeah, like it's been doing the whole time. And check this out. We got 5-2-4-3. That's the first half of the measure. And I'm doing thumb, middle, thumb, pointer. Again, you can do all pointer if you want to. Second half of the measure is 6-2-4-1. The strings are 6-2-4-1. And it's thumb, pointer, thumb, middle. Again, you can do all those with pointer finger if you wanted to as well. I suppose you could do middle ring, but I really do not recommend the ring finger for this style of music. You want all those melody notes to count, so do it with your more powerful fingers. So that whole measure, 3, 4. Give some breathing room. I messed it up, sorry. One more time, I'll have to go slower. Measure 8 is really similar, but a little breathing room. There's just a beat 1 with no and. 1, 2, and. So what she does there is she lifts that 3rd fret. So now we're barring all the 2s. It's technically like an A6 chord. So we got 5, 4, 1. Thumb, thumb, middle or pointer on top. Then the second half of the measure, thumb goes to 6. Then I'm doing the 2nd string, thumb does 4, then my back down on the 3rd fret on that top string. 6, 2, 4, 3 are the strings there. 3, 4, whole measure. And I'm just looping the thumb only to give breathing room. And you might have to go way slower. Sorry if I'm rushing you. I don't mean to rush you. You can always slow this down to 0.75. Learn your YouTube shortcuts. So valuable. If you hit shift and the less than arrow, it'll drop to 0.75 for a minute, and then shift greater than, and it'll bring you right back to normal speed. That way you can kind of like, practice at your pace. I apologize if I have been rushing you. Learning slow is the way to go, so go slow. Measure 9, we just keep going with a fun melody on A. It's 5, heavy thumb, 5 again. I'm not hearing her go to 6 there. If you want to keep the pattern and go to 6, totally fine, not a big deal. But I am hearing 5, heavy thumb on 4, 5 again. I'm hearing that major 6 on top, so all 2nd frets. Then a heavy thumb. Then I'm lifting the whole chord and hitting it open, and I'm using that moment, and she's using that moment to get back to the E. But really slow, 3, 4, lift it up, 3, 4. The measure 10 is an E chord, and I'm actually hearing a heavy kind of beat 1 here. It's a little bit thick, and then a heavy 4, and heavy again. So a heavy 6, heavy 4, 5, heavy 4. Going into that beat 1, it with a little more gusto. Gusto. Whew, now is the perfect time in this video. Timestamps are your best friend. Go to the end of the video and do the slow run through of the intro. Make sure you have that rock solid before moving on. I'd rather have you do the first 2 measures slow, but with good feel and good rhythm, than hear you do 20 of them poorly, okay? So take this slow. This could be a month-long journey, I don't know, but slow and steady, deliberate with great tone and rhythm. Don't rush the darn thing. Song flow note, now we would go back to measure 5 and that little bit would repeat through 10 again. And then we go to 11, see some repeats before we get colorful. So look at measure 11 here. We've seen all that before. And 12, we just get this fun walk. It's 6, heavy thumb on 4, and then we walk up, open on the A string, 1, so. Just walking with my right hand thumb doing those hits. And it walks up to a B7. Whoop, sorry. So that's 13. Check it out though, we really don't need the pinky right now. So that's a B7 where I have nothing, nothing. Then I've got the 2nd fret with my ring finger. Pointer finger does the 1st fret on that D string. And then pointer finger on the A string. And I'm gonna have to do double duty here with that middle finger because I go from 2 on the 5th, 2 on the 6th. So again, nothing, nothing, 2, 1, 2. Right, it's like an E chord. Think of it this way, it's an E major, but you flip the pointer in the ring, do a little dance and switch spots. That's an easier way to think about it. Cool little trick. So measure 13, thumb is doing 5, 4, gotta move it, 6, 4. I've seen weird people do this chord where they do their thumb over the top and get both of them. Merle Travis will do these crazy shapes. Preposterous, I don't recommend that. I've also seen people really good at barring both of them with their middle finger. I can kind of do it. It's just really hard to still get that 4th string to ring out. But I can do it. I can like bar those. It's quite uncomfortable. But I suppose if I practiced it, I'd get better at it. I move it though. I'm fine moving it. So let's do it. 5, pinching 4 and 1. Sorry, pinching 4 and 2. Again, middle or pointer. Moving it down to the 6th string, 2nd fret. Then I'm going to do a quick 3rd string in between it. And then my thumb goes to 4 again. So it's 5, pinch 4 and 2, 6, 3, 4, 5, 4 and 2. Measure 14, we continue with that fun B7 stuff. Pinch 5 and 2, then 4, 3. So pinch, thumb, pointer. I'm pinching thumb and middle, but again, you can do thumb pointer if you want to. But then definitely thumb pointer for the 4, 3. 2nd half of the measure, got to go to 6, so you got to move that left hand finger up here. 6, back to 3 with the pointer. Then we're going to hit the 4th string, but we're going to do an open to 1 hammer on that. You can do a heavy one, but just doing a cool open 1 hammer, whole thing. 3, 4, hammer. Love that measure. All right, 15 is basically back to 13. Not basically, it is back to 13. And here we kind of do, again, like 14, but we don't have the hammer. We'll go back to the 2nd string. So pinch 5 and 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, back to 2, then 4. So the ending is 6, 2, 4, thumb, middle thumb. So 3, 4. Chickoo! Donation pitch. Mike's Music Method runs on the value for value model. To keep it short, there's no paywall to this content. My tabs are free, the tutorials are free, but it's value for value. Why do I keep it free? Because I get emails from 14-year-olds who don't have a job, who wouldn't be able to get it otherwise. People who can't prioritize music in their life financially right now, retired people on fixed incomes, on people on disabilities. I get these emails and it's so encouraging. And it's kind of been my mission to keep it free so that you guys actually learn. But the vast majority of you do have some money, and it's a value for value model. Maybe it's $50 a month, $10 a month, $5 a month. Maybe every time you learn a song, you're giving me $10. I don't know what the value to value means to you, but I'm asking you to please consider it. If I was sitting on your front porch teaching you these songs, you know you'd buy my kids a hot chocolate or a candy bar or something, right? Not a candy bar, get them something healthier. Whatever, you can get them ice cream once in a while. But you get the point. If I was there in your neighborhood teaching you this stuff, you would give back in a real way. So I am a guy. I may not be in your neighborhood, but I'm here teaching you stuff. So please give back in a real way, like I'm giving to you in a real way. Go to mikesmusicmethod.com. Under the donate tab, there are over half a dozen ways that you can support whatever is most convenient to you. Thank you so much. Then we would return to the segno sign, the funny little S symbol. That's back to measure 3, I believe, and that whole thing repeats. And then, when it doesn't repeat, we do have 2 more little measures before we get to the next part, which we'll call the B theme. We have 17, which is the same, and then 18. And here you'll notice very slight variation. She's doing 6, heavy 4, 6 again, heavy 4, instead of 5. Now would be the perfect time to do a slow run of that next section. We got the intro and the A theme, so you can do a slow run of that A theme or put all that together before you move on to this B theme. Guys, I absolutely love this part. Let's do this. We should talk a little bit about double stops. A double stop is when you're doing skipping a string. So we're going to do a lot of 4 and 4. So I got the ring finger on the high E and then my middle finger on the G string. So I'm skipping the B string. Call it a double stop. You can do a major or minor. We're going to do 4-4 in this song, 3-3. We're going to do 2-2. It's always a cool turnaround too. 4-3. And you have 1 open at the ending. 4-4, 3-3, 2-2, and I'm just sliding it. Then 1 open like an E chord. Not that she does that, but it's a classic blues turnaround. So let's check this out. What we're doing here, my thumb is going to be going all the way from 6 to 3. And I'm on the 4th frets here. 6 to 3. But we're going to pinch the outside strings, right? The 6th and the 1st. But I'm going to do it on the 3rd fret. I'm going to do the double stop. Even though it's not written, right? There's no 3 actually played here. But it's going to be so much easier if you just do this as one unit and always slide them together. So I'm going to pinch 6 and 1 and slide that 3rd fret up to the 4th. And then right after I slide it, my thumb's going to hit the 3rd string. Then my pointer finger is hitting open on the 2nd string, so you really got to make sure you're only doing your fingertips here. So pinching the 3rd fret here, 6 and this one, and I'm sliding. Then my thumb's going to hit the 3rd string. And this gets nitpicky. I think she does this 2 different ways in the song. You can do a really quick slide where your thumb's clearly hitting after the slide, da-da, thumb. Or you can do it slow where you're sliding at the same time as the thumb, right? 1, 2. Or you have this 1 and 2. I think she varies it up in the song if I remember correctly. Here I have it written as where you're doing it at the same time. The moment I slide to 4 is when my thumb hits the 3rd string. Then my pointer is hitting that open on the 2nd string. Again, make sure your posture is good so you have a lot of space in here so that if you're too collapsed or your guitar's too low, it's going to be hard to get that 2nd string open. So good posture is going to help you out. And the second half of the measure is thumb again on 6, top string, thumb on 3. They're both 4th frets, so 3, 4. Pinch, sliding hit. Yeah, 20, keep going. Here it's sparse. The rhythm's literally just 1, 2, 3, 4. We're pinching 6 and 1, doing my thumb on 3. I'm doing my pointer finger on the second string, then back to 3. But you can do all thumb. But I'm doing pinch, thumb, pointer, thumb. Then here we have the quicker slide. Unless I just notated this wrong. But yeah, now we're doing that 3 again, but sliding quick before my thumb does the third string. So 21 is a lot like 19, except you're sliding a little quicker. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. We just did. And then again. But then 24 is a bit different. I move them both down to the 3rd fret, pinch, thumb alone hits the 3rd fret, and then I slide them down to the 2nd fret, and I do thumb and thumb. So 6th string, 1st, 3rd. So it's staggered. It's pinch on the 3rd fret, thumb, then it's thumb and thumb on the 2nd frets. Notice when I change, I let that ring, and then I slide it down. But it's pretty quick tempo, so you're not going to have to worry about it too much. If you're playing on a steel string, man, your fingers should probably hurt right now. I notice when I'm teaching and I'm thinking about too many things, I squeeze way too hard. There's a great practice I talk about where it's like squeeze and subtly release the pressure in these tiny micro until it farts out, and then put the pressure back down. It's like, oh yeah, I'm squeezing way less now than I was before. We're often over squeezing our guitars. Unless you have something seriously wrong with your guitar. If you're a beginner, it's called the action of your guitar. It's how high your strings are from the fretboard and the frets. And if it's too high, man, even a great player is going to have trouble on the guitar. So that's something worth checking out. Even just go into a guitar store, and if every guitar you pick up is easier to play than yours, then you need to get your action adjusted. And then guess what? We're kind of move out of that, even though there's some new stuff. We go to 25. This we've seen before. It's that E chord where we go to the E7 and lift it at the end. So we've seen that before. 26 is awesome. Great little blues trick here. We're going to do an A chord, but we're sliding it. We're going to slide the 1s up to the 2s, and we're also going to need our pinky on that 5th fret, so you got to have good posture here. Our thumb is doing 5, 4, 6, 4, so back to that normal Travis pick thing. But check this out. I'm doing thumb, then I'm hitting the 2nd string, 1st fret, and I'm sliding up to the 2nd. But the second I slide, I have to hit my thumb on the 4th string. So it's thumb and slide and hit it at the same time. Thumb, pointer, slide and thumb. Thumb, pointer, slide and thumb at the same time. Then right after that we go to the 3rd string with the pointer finger. And you can do that first one with the middle. Again, I don't care what fingers you're using. I'm done arguing in that debate. Really cool. Second half of the measure, I'm doing 6, then to the 2nd string, thumb on 4. Then I'm gonna brush up. She's like brushing the top 2. So you got that 5th fret down, but you're also hearing a little bit of the higher string. So 6, 2, 4, brush. That up, give breathing room with the thumb. I keep missing it. 3, 4. That's way better. There we go. Cool. 27. Got a new thing too. We're gonna do 5, 4. Sorry, thumb's the same. 5, 4, 6, 4. But we got 5, 4, and in the and beat, we're doing the 3rd fret on that top string. Here we have a giddy up, but as a pull off. So I'm gonna pull off 3 to 2 which requires a lot of strength in that left hand, right? To bar that, get a good pull off. Then we have a giddy up on top of it. The moment I'm pulling off the 2, my thumb's also hitting the 6th string. That can feel really awkward. So I would just, again, build it 1 note at a time. Thumb, thumb, and thumb on the pull off. Thumb, thumb, giddy up. And take breaks because, man, I've been playing 30 years and whew, even a lot of that A chord is like, it's tiring me out. Go check out Tim Anderson, Original Strength. This is the greatest mobility routine I've come across. I don't even call it mobility, but his resets, Original Strength, Tim Anderson at Original Strength. His resets, the rocking, the neck, with your eyes, leading with your eyes, crawling, the rolling. Holy cow, it's so fun. It's playful. You feel like a little kid, but man, does it really wake up your whole body and just set the day. Do some mobility. And Tim's a sweetheart of a guy. Let's finish 27 now. Right after we hit that 3rd beat, we do 2nd string again. And our thumb, and then we add the and beat, which is our pinky on that top string. So a hard measure here. Rest with just the thumbs. I'll do it slower. 3, 4. Spend time there, but always take breaks. Measure 28, also a little bit goofy. We're doing the same idea. A little different because we got 5, heavy thumb on 4, and she goes back to 5, not 6. If you want to go back to 6, whatever, not the end of the world. But then she hits that, the flat 7, that 3rd fret, and a giddy up again, where you pull off, but at the same time my thumb's hitting 4, 3 to 2, at the same time. Same giddy up as before. It's just on a different beat. So thumb, 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 giddy up. And then she lifts the whole chord and just hits open on that top string. 3, 4. And let that ring out and get to the E chord for measure 29. So here in 29, 30, we kind of return to the A theme, but there's some extra color. So 30 is the same. There we go on 32, back to that, 31, back to the E7 element. We've seen a whole bunch of that. Good news, 32 is the same as 26. Sorry. With that cool slide and the brush on the 5th fret on top. And 33 we've seen before too. Maybe it is nothing new. 34. Oh yeah, no, we're all good. It's all the same. Plugging along. Song flow note. You would then, after 35, repeat measure 11 to 18. There is like a little alternate where measure 16 is a little different. It's not a huge deal. We'll talk about that at the end. But let's keep plugging forward here. We are now in measure 37 in our tab. And check it out. She actually flubs it here. This song is, the tone is so unbelievably good. The speed, the tone, the consistency, but there's a little flub here. I don't know if she meant to do, it just sounds, something about it sounds a little off. But how I'm hearing it is it's just this like major 6 color. I think she meant to do that same kind of like trick, but she does, it just sounds weird. It doesn't sound totally intentional. Hammer on an E chord. Thumb and then the thumb goes to 5. Then I'm going to brush the top 2, but my pinky's going to be tucked in on the 2nd fret there, making it like an E6 chord. Thumb goes back to 4, and then I lift the pinky and brush again. So you know what I mean? Listen to that part real closely, slow it down, and you're going to be, oh, I think she was going for something else. That the execution just isn't as clean and precise as the rest of it. But this part we know 38. We've seen this before. 39. Same with 40. Well, 40 is a little different. It's the same trick but different rhythm. We have thumb, thumb, giddy up is on that beat. And then we put that 3 right back down, actually. So we pull off with the giddy up, and then the 3 goes back down for that top beat. Pretty similar, just a little different. I think you guys can figure that out from the tab. 41. Same thing with that major 6. We got the 2 on top. Then we lift it to get back to the E. More song flow notes. That returns back to measure 37. Repeat back to 37 to 42. And then we go back to measure 11 to 18. I know it's confusing. This will all be marked in the tab that is free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. So the notes are in there as well. Nearly done, guys. We return to the B theme, but it's slightly different. She's adding more thumb now that she's really getting cooking here. So 45 is the same. But check this out. 46 is busier. Before we were doing that like... But now she's got the thumb going back and forth, which makes sense, right? We're going to do pinch 6 and 1, thumb alone on 3, pinch 6 and 2, thumb alone on 3. So she's just incorporating the bass here as well. Then same thing here in 47. The quicker slide, pinch, right? 48 is the same as 46. Let's go to 49 here, same again. Then we move it down. That's all the same. 6 and 1. Thumb, thumb, and thumb. Right, we've seen that before. Oops. Yeah, we've seen that trick 4 times now. Measure 54. We've seen 53. We've seen that. 54. Major 6. Let's just keep going through to the end here, guys. You're doing great. 55, just the E chord. 56. 57. Back to the 58. Yeah, that one she's sliding with a pinch at the beginning. Sometimes she does it on beat 1. Other times she does thumb and with the giddy up. Or just slide together. Get it, all repeat, 59. We've seen that, 60. 61. Yeah, then we repeat 11 to 16, then back to the Senyu again with A7 variations, choose whichever ones you like from the song. But after measure 12, we replace the B7 with this. So we get a goofier B7 here in measure 65. Self-explanatory, but look at 66. She starts doing this cool staccato thing, pinch 5 and 2, heavy thumb, then it's just a 6 string. Move that middle finger up, of course, then heavy thumb again. Gets this cool punchy B7. So we did 66, 67 is just thumb, pinch, thumb, and thumb. So 5, pinch 4 and 2, 6, 6, 2, 4. It's so cool. So let's go from 65, 3, 4, because I think you get it. Yes! Then it's back to the Senyu one more time, followed by the punchy staccato on the B7, and then we get this final little ending. And she lets it ring. So we've seen all that before. The giddy up. And she just hits that 6th string, and that's the end of the song. One final note before you get too excited. Here is, this replaces measure 16 often in the song when you return to it, and it's just, that's it. She just keeps that B7 simpler. 5 heavy thumb, 6 heavy thumb. This is a big one, guys. Lots of stuff, lots of song flow notes to go over. But just make sure you're learning A theme, B theme. This is one of these songs, because there's no lyrics, you can really play with the flow of it however you want. It's not like you have to do measure by measure in the order she's doing it. So get the different sections down and feel it out. If you want, again, you can look at my tab where I'm trying to be a little more specific to guide you through exactly how she's doing it. But that's it. Let's do the slow run-throughs. Slow run, the intro. We're actually going to go all the way from 1 to 16. If you haven't gotten that far yet, that's okay. You can just stop at measure 10, but I am going to play it all the way through to 16 here. 2, 3, 4. It's hard not to rush it. We're going to repeat here back to 5. E7. Keep going through here. B7. Yeah, and then I'd go back to measure 3. It would repeat, and then we would follow through with 17 and 18, but you get 17 and 18 just repeat material. It's just a song flow thing, so we're not going to do that. We're going to do the slow run of the B theme. 3, 4. Slow run, 29 to 35. I don't know what to call this, just a little transition part. 3, 4. Slow run, the second transition, 37 to 42. 3, 4. Slow run when we return to the B theme. It's about 1 minute and 44 in the song, starting in measure 45. 3, 4. Slow run, just that fun B7 part, starting in what, 63, I believe. 3, 4. Love that. Slow run, just the ending. 71, 3, 4. I can't whistle that well. Handshake. Well done. So awesome. You got it.